And we're live. Good evening. I'm TJ. That's Chronic Chris. There's Adam. This is Mayhem's Amigos. And good God, what a fucking week. What a fucking week. All right. So everybody knows I'm in Central Texas. And what? Why? What? All right. We have had torrential rains for like the last 6 days. Lake Livingston, just northeast of Houston, has already gotten over 20 inches of rain since this whole thing started.
Wow.
And,
Cool.
and dude, they got a picture here of a woman that not even Steve would hit on.
What, a
Walking-
woman who's like 20 inches?
Well, I mean, it definitely looks like she smoked more meth than anybody and is walking by a trailer. They're using fan boats to actually help get people out of the storm damages.
Okay.
It's crazy.
But yet Joel Osteen still won't open up his church just outside of Houston to help displaced storm victims.
No, he won't, because he's a dipshit.
That's ridiculous.
You had me thinking about the woman that smoked more meth than anyone in their life, but she wasn't on meth because she was too good looking. But I fell in the store the other day. I'm not meant for crutches. And this girl
Obvious.
comes up, and she must have been 70 pounds soaking wet, holds out her hand. Let me give you a hand. Bitch, get the fuck out of here before you end up down here with me.
You'll pull her down before she pulls you up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you ain't going to do shit.
I mean, would it make you happy if, she ended up going down on you? I mean, that's...
I wouldn't have minded, but wife was right there, so.
Well, yeah.
It's like, no, I swear to gravity.
And of course, when I slip and fall on the crutches, the wife, she just laughs. Like any best friend is supposed to.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would have laughed at you.
Yeah.
I'm actually laughing at you right now. So a belated May the 4th be with you. Cinco de Mayo today. Tomorrow, Revenge of the 6th.
Yep.
Fuck Star Wars. I got my data eye going.
What the hell? You're the Borg now?
I am the Borg.
Well, live long with the Force with you.
Well, and it's perfect for Star Wars or Cinco de Mayo, Star Wars Day yesterday, because I was watching Shameless, and it's the part where he wants to do robotics, and he's like, no, dude, I just think it'd be badass to hang out with C-3PO someday. I'm like, fuck
Right?
yeah, that would be awesome.
So, yeah, I mean, like the last 5 or 6 days around here, dude, I have not been able to do shit. So I actually got my place cleaned back up. All my laundry is completely done. I even scrubbed my toilet. So I'm kind of proud of myself.
I am proud of it. I am proud of you as well. But next time, you need to post video on the internet of you cleaning your toilet.
Of me cleaning my toilet. Really? Why?
So there's proof. Why? Because here's the next part. And this is the part where TJ gets paid. Depends on the costume you wear.
Dude, you ain't paying me shit.
I ain't paying to see this shit, but there are people out there that will.
Yeah.
Name one.
Steve.
I'm sure there's a guy on Weird Frequencies that might pay to watch that kind of shit.
There might be. You never know. You never know.
So I got this guy in a band, lives not far from me, cool as fuck. I mean, he's been all over the world and shit. and we're trying to think of shit that has not been done on YouTube.
Oh, good luck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's coming up with all kinds of good shit. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen that on YouTube. Yeah, I've seen that. I'm trying to come up with something that has not been done on YouTube that's not illegal and is okay content for YouTube.
Dude,
Yeah.
the new saying is what happens in Vegas stays on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't get more descriptive than there.
You know, and that's why I got to say, I am glad that in one point of my life, there wasn't social media. There wasn't YouTube to post the videos of all the dumb shit you did.
I kind of wish it was for my sake of seeing you do that stupid shit.
I'm so glad there wasn't.
But, you know, I would have also had the video of Rage in jail. Because I wouldn't have been able to avoid it. Looks like Adam's frozen.
My favorite one would have probably been me bugging Vegas cops until one of them, and these were specifically female Vegas cops,
Right.
until one of them finally gave me a hug.
Really? You got a Vegas cop to give you a hug?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are trying to decide different, new, interesting shit to do on YouTube.
Yes.
That is so much better than the conversation that I was having at the bar yesterday.
Oh, shit. Were you talking about shit that's already been done on YouTube?
No, actually, we were discussing shit that has been seen on YouPorn.
Oh, fuck. Whatever you want to see.
So we were discussing it, right? And everybody, and a friend of mine made a good point. He says, you get an adult small person and female, and she's like dancing on the bar, all 3 feet of her, right? And you think when the pants come off that everything's going to be like cherry size, right?
No.
But then those pants come off and it looks like you're looking at a bovine vagina.
Well, see, because here's the thing about midgets. And I'll use that term because I know a lot of them and they prefer to be called midgets. There's a few that don't like it, whatever. They may be pint-sized looking at them.
Yeah.
But they're normal-sized people when it comes
for the genitalia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we wound up in this conversation and we're like, wait a minute. So, you know, he said it. This is exactly what a friend of mine said. He goes, you get the midget that drops her pants, and then she drops her pants, and it looks like a cow pussy.
Yeah.
I mean, no way around it. But then you get the midget guy that drops his pants, and he's got a fucking kickstand.
Exactly.
And it's
So would I come back to? Jesus.
Well, see, we're talking about. TJ did not know this, that midgets, dwarves, elves, whatever you want to call them, small people,
Steve's fantasy,
are normal sized when it comes to their genitalia. So your female little person will have a normal sized female's parts.
Smells
and
like
your
cabbage.
male little person will have a normal sized
dong. So,
And
you know, it was like, and I'm sitting there, we're talking, and I go, how the fuck did we wind up on this subject in the first place? Well,
I don't know. You said something about having a female midget.
Well, there was a female midget that I knew that used to strip on the bar all the time. And then, like, I saw it firsthand, and she dropped her pants, and I'm going, dude, no. It just looked wrong. Well, that she refused to use a razor.
Yeah.
Which was even more wrong. And, of course, it's like normal sized genitals. So then next thing you know, it's a normal sized bush on this smaller statured person. And you're going, your bush is coming up to your titty line. What the fuck?
I'm surprised you never knew that.
No, I'm saying I learned this in New Mexico. We just ended up talking about it at the bar yesterday.
Oh.
Oh, the things that come up in conversation.
Yeah, and it was literally one of the friend of mine, he goes, I wonder how much tighter it is to get a little person. And I'm like, dude, no.
Mm-mm.
That all depends on if she does her Kegels or not.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like, no, you don't want to know this. No. Student. Oh, Friday. Friday was probably one of the single most difficult days I have had as a CDL instructor since I started.
Okay.
Friday's testing.
You say, I've heard of some pretty bad ones, so let's hear this one.
Well, your students are dumb.
Well,
some of them are.
And they have you
Some
for
of
a
them-
teacher.
You know what? Fuck off.
See, that's why your students aren't learning.
No, I bust my fucking ass at my job.
I'm joking
And
with you.
That joke,
you,
no,
buddy.
joking about what I do for a living. I mean, I'm going to joke about it, yeah, but just saying I'm not doing my job, that pisses me off.
I'm sorry. But your students are dumb.
I got a few of them. But the one on Friday, man, this one took the taco, pal. I mean, seriously. All right. First one goes through, one and done. Passes, graduates, on his way down the road. Awesome. Second one, she's on her road test, and she saw a warning light she didn't recognize, went into full panic mode, failed the road test. Nothing I can do about it. All right, shit happens. Third one, because I got him to agree to let him test pre-trip and his yard maneuvers, but we couldn't test his road because the truck was fucking up.
Okay.
Third one, he passes his pre-trip, gets out there, and they tell him to do the straight line backing maneuver. And they give him directions for this maneuver.
Straight back.
There's straight line back. There's 6 cones out there. He's got to pass through the alley of cones all the way back to where he is behind the last set of 2 cones. They described this to him to a T. Okay?
Okay.
He backs into the alley, sets the brakes, hits his horn, fails his yard maneuvers for failure to listen to instructions. Then decides to blame me.
Yeah, because, I mean, surely you affect his listening ability.
Evidently.
Yeah, you know.
Because, it's never the student's fault.
So,
no.
even his examiner, who is one of the nicest people I know, she looks at him and goes, how is it your instructor's fault that you did not learn how to follow directions in fucking kindergarten? And she walks into the building.
Shit. Oh.
He says, well, they didn't tell me. And I said, I'm not teaching you to be a test taker, you dumb son of a bitch. I'm teaching you to be a driver. You were given directions. You failed to follow them. which is a
Following
skill that you
directions is like a really important part of truck driving.
which was the skill that he had to learn in fucking kindergarten.
Yep. Makes you wonder how much mommy and daddy paid to have him pass all that stuff.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's related to Billy Madison's dad or what, but fuck.
Yeah, probably got a state government grant, some kind of school loan.
Could have been.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about it on the way home. I needed something to cheer me up. And I was trying to think of something that might cheer me up. And I've been waiting for this because I thought of something finally. And it has to, believe it or not, it is actually going to revolve around Adam.
Oh no.
What?
What are you going to do to me? It can't be anything good. It can't. What?
Why would you accuse me of doing anything to you?
Because I've heard the setup. And it's not good. It's not promising.
It's a good thing.
What? What is it?
Adam's learning.
It's a good thing. It really is.
Okay, that remains to be seen. All right.
All right.
What is
So,
it?
after some careful consideration and seeing how you're here, you do the show, you've been spreading your wings and advancing and doing well, I have decided that it is time to give you a new name other than the intern.
So like a promotion.
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
So
it's a promotion from intern.
okay, a promotion from intern. That's good.
So
Good thing.
Here is your new title.
Chicken semen. Really?
I thought it-
Really?
What?
Come on, man. Really?
That means you can impregnate chicken eggs.
Chickens don't have semen.
Okay, fine. Here, I've got another one then. I've got another one then.
Another one. I mean, chicken semen's pretty bad. Wasn't now?
All right, there. How's that?
Sparkle
Is that better?
farts? Sparkle farts. Okay, I can't help but laugh at that.
And that one is courtesy of Roy, it looks like.
Yeah, so there you go. Roy thought of your new title. You are Sparkle Farts.
All right. Well, I guess I have been called worse in my life. So.
Well, at least I didn't say Steve's
Okay,
toilet.
just one question. Is this a
What?
paid position now?
No.
Okay. It is what it is.
If you want a paid position, go on OnlyFans.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'd have to go to the corner.
Well, that's kind of the new way of going to the corner, wouldn't you say, Chris?
Yeah, pretty much. I
Yeah,
mean,
pretty much.
I mean, my God. So, yeah.
that's the other problem. You've just made me realize this world is so fucked up. There's hardly any hookers standing on the corner anymore. They're all on fucking OnlyFans. That's why I can't find them, damn it.
You're not looking for the right Asian massage parlor. That's your problem.
No, it got shut down.
Aw.
I bet there's one that's not too far from 23rd in California.
I mean, I'm sure when you call your Asian massage parlor New Beginnings, they're going to realize something's up because new beginnings lead to happy endings.
Nude beginnings?
That's the strip club right next to the massage parlor.
Oh, okay. So it's nude beginnings and happy endings massage.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, boy. Chris is in trouble again.
I only get loud when I'm doing a show with TJ.
I didn't do it. How
No,
is
he
this
said
my fault?
He said he only gets love when he's on
Oh,
the show with you.
love. Well, I mean, are you giving yourself the man-to-hand relationship type love? What the fuck?
No, I think what it is because when I'm doing the show with you, I keep my headphones on.
Right.
But when I'm doing the Asgard show, I take my headphones off because for some weird reason, the way the microphone setup goes, when I'm doing the Asgard show and I hit the microphone button, I can hear myself talk. And it throws me off and makes me start getting all tongue twisted. So I don't wear the headphones while doing the Asgard show. So that's probably why I talk a little bit quieter when doing that.
Well, no, I mean, I hear myself talking these, but I prefer that when I'm broadcasting. I want to hear how everything sounds.
Yeah.
I can't. Nope. If I hear myself, what I just said coming through the headphones, it throws me off.
And I just don't have headphones.
No, but you do have sparkle farts. Oh, man. So I did have some chicken today. Thank you to a loyal fan in Illinois that sent me one of their private stock. It was delicious.
Well, now that Adam's no longer the intern, I think it's time he needs a pair of headphones. Maybe
right.
Professional headphones and a microphone.
Yeah.
2 turntables.
Somebody under his desk.
That's always nice to have.
Line of Coke on his desk.
No, I don't really need that.
You know, I've noticed that Coke from the bottle tastes a lot different than Coke from the baggie.
I know, right? I don't like Coke. I just like the smell.
Exactly.
Dude. But no, man. So, dude,
he just reminded me when I worked at the auto shop, I came in one day and the whole place smelled like ether and my brain reverted to, dude, it smells like fucking Coke in here.
Oh, God, really? Man, so, all right. So I was sitting there the other day. We had a meeting. I was like, fuck. All right, so, no, my week, this week has been crazy. Like Wednesday, I was craving Chinese food like crazy. So I log into my computer at work and I start looking for different Chinese restaurants. There's one that popped up and I'm like, nope, there's no fucking way I'm eating there. But then I said, man, that brings up a good subject. So restaurants that are out there that the name turned you off.
Okay.
So the one that I found in Austin was called Dong Now. No, I'm not eating at that fucking restaurant.
No, you never thought to yourself, man, if I could just get some dong now.
No, I never have. I know there's some people in the chat room that have thought like that, but I have never thought like that. Bet Julie's
called the soup kitchen.
The what?
The soup kitchen.
The soup kitchen. I mean, I remember one called the St. John's Bread Line. I'm like, nope, not eating there.
Yeah.
Wait, ain't that downtown Springfield?
Yes.
Yep.
I used to go there to meet women.
Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised at that?
Hey,
but yeah.
If they're there, they're hungry.
Well, there you go.
Later, Julie. Later.
Yeah, I'm just like, no, I'm not eating at a place called Dong Now. No. So that'd be like, well, Adam, if you came, or fuck, talking about Dong Now, and I was about to say came across.
Yeah, no.
Have
Please don't.
you encountered any restaurants that had names that were like, no?
Not really. Most of them are at least tolerable. I mean, nothing that would turn me away from eating there.
Well, there is another one that I can think of off the top of my head. You guys have heard this story before, but that one was called the Siamese Cat.
Okay, so it just tells you what it serves up front.
Yeah, especially since it was right next door to an emergency veterinary clinic.
Yeah. Now I know there, like in Springfield, there was a meat packing plant right next to an animal shelter.
What?
So I always thought it was weird, and I never got meat from there.
However, I did find something else that'll interest you guys, because you guys both know Springfield, Illinois, as well as I do.
Yeah.
Austin, Texas, and South Austin has renamed one of their hotels.
Okay.
It is the Bel Air Motel.
Hey, there you go.
Yes.
It has returned
Okay.
from the dead.
It just wanted to stay closer to you, TJ.
I didn't need it closer to me, damn it.
Well, it
So
felt
I got a list of restaurants
Oh, Jesus.
all around the San Francisco area,
Oh no.
starting with the Squat and Gobble Cafe.
Oh, God. Really? No way.
As you do.
And that one is on Fillmore Street in San Francisco.
It's in the Fillmore? Ooh.
Yep. Palo Alto, California has the Asian Box.
I don't mind eating some Asian box. I mean, I'm good with
Yeah.
eating Asian box.
I wouldn't mind.
Julie might.
Also in San Francisco, the Old Clam House.
Steve,
No. Yeah.
Steve, if you're in the chat room, we found a place for you.
Yeah.
King Dong is in Berkeley.
King Dong? Really?
Yep.
No. What is it with naming Asian restaurants about dong? I don't get it.
How about one called Sidewalk Juice?
Sidewalk juice?
Yep.
That
Irene,
is wrong
log in
on
now.
so many levels.
Especially knowing that it's in San Francisco, where they piss and shit on the sidewalks.
Not to mention the garbage juice that's running around there, because it seems like every time you turn around, the trash company's on strike.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, that sidewalk juice could have came from Nancy Pelosi, too.
It could
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, Rage's next ex-wife.
This one, yeah, and these ones are all stupid.
No, okay, so you got a bunch of stupid ones. I was pretty happy to see that we got the Bel Air back, just so I could make fun of the Bel Air.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to say it.
Cream of some young guy.
I'm not looking for dishes that might be made later on certain cooking shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, oh my God, dude. I was like, really? I just want some fucking Chinese takeout that I can have and eat. And you're going to name the restaurant Dong Now. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Let you know what all them little dragon ladies want.
It's Dong Now, dishes from the Poontang Delta.
That's not bad.
That is
Straight
pretty
from
darn
the jungle.
Man, that sounds like it's sparkling like farts. What the fuck? God, man. Just as long as you don't tell me next that you're going to try to bury your face into, Marjorie Taylor Greene's poontang.
No.
Okay, so we move on to Reddit because I love Reddit.
Oh God.
And it says, what is the worst restaurant name you have ever seen? A coffee hut called the Brown Gargle.
Oh, bro, dude, fuck.
We need Steve on aisle 2. Steve on aisle 2.
God, no.
And that's why I love Reddit.
Look, I understand that every once in a while Steve has to shit his pants, and I feel sorry for the guy, even though I laugh at it, but damn it, I don't need to have coffee named after what's in his drawers.
Or on his bed, or on his chair, or
God damn, the Brown Gargle.
Let's see, we got a bar called Rehab. A Mexican joint called the Pink Taco.
Oh,
there you go.
Actually, that reminds me. There is a place in North Austin. It's called the Velvet Taco.
Old Comers.
What
Okay,
restaurant is that?
It's just someone's response to the weirdest restaurant name.
Dongalushis.
Regret Desi commented, arigato Japanese food. Also, I dare you to find a Chinese place without the words Imperial, Dynasty, Dragon Palace, or any stereotypical Chinese name like Chang.
Or Dong.
Or Dong.
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts because they know Dong is a slang in this country for dick.
Yep.
And yet, Dong.
Oh, you got to remember Chinese restaurants called the Golden Fountain.
That's too close to the Golden Shower.
The Seafood Box.
Show me a box that has not been freshly cleaned that does not smell like seafood. No, Adam, keep your pants on. Oh, Julie says Fuzzy's Taco. You guys in the chat room, jump in on this.
In Brooklyn, there's a place called Noodle Pudding.
No.
Well, that kind of sounds like a before and after.
Yeah.
Krabby Dick's in Massachusetts.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah.
And that sounds like a bad high school. That sounds like a bad high school sports movie. Krabby Dick's.
Blitz's Family Restaurant.
What?
Blitz's Family Restaurant.
Bitches Family Restaurant?
Blitches. Like bitches with an L right after the B. Which is really ironic that I'm seeing this now. When I was in high school, I dated a girl named Bridget Blitch.
Oh, no shit.
Yep.
What the fuck?
One in Spokane called Someplace Else.
Well,
that's where you want to go.
What'd Chris find now?
From Juan Niplito. Hooters. As a wildlife biologist and bird watcher, I was severely disappointed to discover there were no live birds. I couldn't even identify the species of owl due to bold orange circles over the drawing of the owl. The distortion of the image when stretched across the waitress's chest didn't help either.
Oh, God. No, it doesn't. Because I think they put the eyes of the owl strategically where they needed to go.
What? I think that's mere coincidence. Come on, TJ.
Oh, that was it, huh?
Yeah.
Just like when you logged out, you logged back in, and it said the intern again, so I had to change it again.
Big Pecker's Bar and Grill. Mascot is a giant rooster.
Well, they can't have like a huge dong be their mascot.
Why not? Where's it at?
No one's gonna dress up in it.
It don't say where that one is, but in Arvada, Colorado, you have the Fuzzy Taco.
Dude, yeah, Fuzzy's Taco, Velvet Taco, Crunchy Taco. Nobody wants Crunchy Taco.
Wong Fu King.
Better than cream of some young guy.
Place near my neighborhood called Asian Food and Nail Supply.
No. No.
The fat
Go in
fuck
and get
noodle,
food and get a mani-pedi while you're at it. Why not?
The Fat Fuck Noodle Bar.
Fat fuck noodle bar.
That's actually not that bad. Good God. And see, I was talking about places we've actually been or been by or we have seen. No, what's Chris do? I'm going to go to Reddit because I'm going to complain about how people never leave their house, and then I'm not going to leave my house to talk about this.
I named a bunch that I've actually seen.
Oh, God. Yeah, that Siamese cat, though, that's the one. God, Steve.
The Creamy Taco.
Creamy Taco. We know Steve's restaurant name. If he ever opens up a Mexican place, it'll be the Creamy Taco.
Yeah.
You could even get the chocolate creamy taco.
There's one around here called IDK.
I don't know.
Because that's what you're eating.
You don't know?
I don't know. It's a buffet.
Oh, God. Mystery meat. Even the lunch lady wishes she could get mystery meat like that. Dude.
Their meatloaf ain't too bad, but sometimes I wonder what kind of meat it actually is.
It could be taco. Maybe it's midget taco. It'll look like bovine vagina.
So I thought of a great idea because,
shit.
you know, you're supposed to have a 4th of July barbecue. But the first 4th of July barbecue that I went to here in Kentucky turned out to be a fish fry and a crawfish boil. Now, I'm not
I
big
love
on
crawfish
fish.
boil.
I don't mind a crawfish boil, but I'm not big on fish. So I decided this year for the 4th of July picnic, I am bringing bacon cheeseburger egg rolls.
Ooh.
Okay.
That actually sounds really good.
I know.
Bacon cheeseburger egg rolls.
I found a video of them making it, shared it with my wife, and she's been drooling about it ever since.
I want to have a 4th of July orgy.
Oh, hell no, I ain't waiting until July to make them.
You're not waiting until July to have an orgy?
No, I'm not waiting until July to have the bacon cheeseburger egg rolls.
But I mean, you get what I'm saying? It's like, I think a 4th of July orgy, that is a great way to promote independence. And instead of just grabbing everybody going, oh, hey, come on over here, let's hug one another. It's more along the lines of, hey, everybody strip down naked, cover yourself in lube, let's fuck one another.
So you're going to
Government's
celebrate.
gonna fuck us anyway. Let's go ahead and jump right in and fuck each other.
So you're going to celebrate independence and being independent by getting together with a whole big buttload of people.
Right.
Yeah. You're celebrating independence by becoming dependent for someone or on someone to get your pleasure.
Like
I'm going to get mine. I don't give a fuck about them. I'm independent.
like my wife says, I'm probably going to spend it at home, maybe blow up some fireworks in my front yard. Independently.
I may come home and you know, get out the Jergens.
Hi, TJ.
Hi, sweetheart.
How are you?
Oh, it's been a stressful week.
Oh, I'm telling you, you have no fucking idea.
Oh, I'm
That's
sure.
what I've been.
As stressful as my week has been, I'm sure yours is worse. You live with Chris.
Actually, my kid's sister killed herself this week, so that was kind of rough.
Oh, shit. What?
Huh?
I didn't know.
Give me-
Chris didn't even let me know about any of that.
He does. Are you like shining him on my legs?
Well, we were just talking about pink tacos a little bit ago. Her socks.
Well, there you go. There's your pink taco. Hey, look at that,
Oh,
Steve. They're even pink fuzzy tacos.
I always have food on my feet. It's a thing. It's my thing. Every time you talk to Chris, you ask me what kind of food is on my feet. It's normally avocado, but today it's taco.
I'm not a fan of avocados. You guys can come down and get all of them you want and take them back with you.
I love avocados. They are amazing.
Blech.
But anyway, my husband is out of work. We got all our bills coming up, and then this happened. My son called me Tuesday and told me.
So if anybody needs any feet pics, I gladly have them for sale.
Steve, might want to go ahead and say something right now because we know you're going to want some feet pics. But I'm going to tell you guys, you don't want to know what Steve's going to do with those feet pics.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you do with the pictures. I ain't telling you whose feet are in the picture.
All right, so I'm going to rewind here a little bit based on what your he says, okay, he wants some.
Okay.
Yep.
We're all over that.
$100 a toe.
$100 a toe. God, that's overpriced.
No, they paid.
That sounds like an inflated price to me, TJ.
Yeah, it does.
It's
Sounds like you're trying to get it there at retail to me.
Sounds a bit like retail for some used feet. A lot of miles on them toes.
Absolutely.
So anyway, we were saying about my stressful week. Your stressful week?
Well, I'm kind of reminded because Chris hadn't said anything to me really this week much at all. But you had family members that had passed this week?
My kids' sister. It's my kids' dad's. It's not on my side. It's on my husband.
So my wife's, we both were married before, and
Right.
she has 2 kids with her former husband who, I say they're my kids. They're not my kids, but I was there for a good portion of them growing up. So
Right.
Okay.
but their Tyler's biological father, their dad had 2 other kids, and
Okay.
one of them unfortunately passed away this last week.
Did I hear correctly that it was self-inflicted?
Yes.
He was only
Shit.
17.
17. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Kids
Damn.
are, notably upset. When my ex-husband I spoke to, and he's upset. So obviously I couldn't even imagine. Could not even imagine if it was, how I would ever handle anything. And his father, my ex-husband's father, had passed on April 12th, 2 weeks prior. So
Right.
So he's going through just losing his father, and then now this. So it's not. It's just been stressful to talk to my kids, and they're pretty tore up.
Which I always say, my phone is always on. You can call me through Facebook Messenger at any time if you just need someone to talk to, if it's like that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Adam and I we've had many conversations where we both have talked each other down from certain situations and, been down in the dumps and then back up and been, and Chris, you and I have talked about a lot of different shit over the years.
All right.
Chris and I even plotted on how to sell one of my exes, but we'd figured that there was no foreign country that would ever give us enough money to take the kidnapping charge.
Not in them prisons. Come on.
I mean, I wanted to send her to Sona prison. You know, I was like, fuck it. Send her to the one where where the guards are outside. Toss her in.
Hey, all those inmates in the United States that want to complain about poor treatment and blah, 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 go to prison somewhere else.
Right. I know people that would happily go to prison here.
Yeah, like a vacation to me. No bills, no.
Yeah, right. I get cable TV, no bills. I can smoke.
Right. Can you smoke?
No, can't smoke in prison. Well, I'm pretty sure that's across the nation now. You can't smoke in prison no more.
I can in Texas.
Probably that. Did you ever see what was that movie? Thelma and Louise?
Oh, yeah, I've seen Thelma and Louise.
Remember that part where she said she doesn't want to go through Texas? And she goes, the only thing between us and Mexico is Texas. She said, if you kill a man with his pants down in Texas, you don't want to get arrested in Texas. Okay.
Because Texas will kill you back.
They don't
Yes, it will.
They don't like women who shoot men with their pants down in Texas, I suppose.
They don't like people who throw shit at other people either.
Really?
Yeah, and Texas is really not a fan of not wiping your ass.
Yeah, go to California where they literally shit in the street. What the fuck?
We
Right.
were just talking about that a little bit ago.
Oh.
Um,
I'm late
well-
to the party here.
Well, there was a funny, messed up story that came out of Texas a few years back.
Okay.
And I just couldn't understand how they would allow this to happen in the state of Texas. So this guy, he owned a ranch, and one night he woke up because he heard some noise on his property.
Well, let me tell you, the reason they allow people to own ranches in Texas is because there's a lot of land.
Well,
And ranches
that's
are
not
primary.
that's not the
that's
imperative
how you
part of
asked
the story.
about. Okay.
Him owning the ranch in Texas, that's reasonable. That's understandable. That's Texas for you. But he woke up because he heard a noise. So being the Texan he is, he got his gun and went outside to find out what the noise was, only to find 20 illegal immigrants cutting across his property. So what does he do? He stops them all and he detains them until INS gets there. They
Okay.
take them away, do whatever. These Mexicans hire a lawyer that turns around and sues this ranch owner for unlawful detainment of these illegal immigrants and wins the case for the illegal immigrants.
Yeah, because they tried that case in Mexico, not Texas.
No, I'm pretty sure that it was tried in Texas.
The
that's why I'm
only
like, what
reason
the
the only reason the illegal immigrants got to sue is it was because after they were deported back to Mexico.
The plans were foiled.
They're like,
So
so
they ship them back to Mexico and drop them off.
now if it did happen, if that lawsuit did occur in Texas and he got sued and lost, the only reason the judge would have allowed him to lose is because he did not shoot the illegal immigrants on the spot.
That's probably right.
Yeah, that sounds about accurate.
What's happening, Tom?
I mean, it's Texas. Shoot first, ask questions later.
That sounds about right.
Whatever you do, I mean, if you're really that hungry, you can always go to that Chinese restaurant called Dong Now.
I mean,
Yeah, I saw DJ.
Even Irene's like,
Now,
no, I'm
you heard
good.
the lady.
I'm just deciding how hungry I am and what type of hungry I am.
Do you want the
What do you
noodle
mean by
with or
yeah.
without cream sauce?
Yum yum sauce,
Maybe you have to work your way up to the cream sauce. I don't know.
right?
You know, I'm always good for that fuzzy taco.
Yeah, I'm usually a fan of that myself.
Giggity.
What?
All right, I'm back.
Did you say kitty?
Oh no, I let out a quagmire. Sorry about that.
Oh, for a minute it sounded like you were calling the cat over to try to make some Chinese food.
Giggity.
Maybe he can call our kids Chinese.
Oh man. So no, this all right. So what else happened on you guys' end? Adam, what happened this week with you?
Okay, so what happened with me was I ended up having 2 seizures in a 3-hour period. Bit both sides of my tongue. It feels great. Yeah. And
Don't
I've spent
Wait, like sidekick that has the tongue depressor, so that don't happen when you have a seizure.
Well, I think when you have a seizure, it goes out pretty quick.
It does.
yeah, like I bit through my tongue on both sides. Uh-huh. Yeah, it sounds as fabulous as you would think it would be. Yeah. So I've been dealing with that for like the last 2 days now, healing from it. So yeah. Tylenol has been my friend.
Yeah.
But other than that, not really a whole lot. Just hanging around the house, playing with little baby Marcy.
I couldn't hold it any longer. My eyeballs were floating. I had to pee.
Oh.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you did it off camera.
Well, I mean, I could have done it on camera. I can only think of like maybe 3 people that would have enjoyed it, though.
Tylenol is good, but Vicodin is better.
Well, they don't prescribe that to me anymore for my tongue.
Right.
Nope.
Irene, what about you? I heard you got a black eye.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if you can see. It's
I
this
see your
one.
mascara.
Well, that's
Yeah.
an eyeliner, but there's like right here.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, but like
Yeah.
my kid like headbutted me. She was like having a temper tantrum, and I was like kind of like laying on top of her, like
Right.
so she couldn't kick the other children. She was just having like she was tired, and she's a redhead, so she's just kicking and throwing things and like.
Yeah,
And I'm
typical
like,
redhead thing, right?
so I just like kind of laid on top of her, and she's like, bucking and like all that stuff. And so she headbutted me right in the eye socket, and I'm just like, oh my gosh,
Thank
I
you,
give
Tom.
up. I give up.
Now, how about you tell us what really happened?
Yeah, we
So
were like, is this the
outside.
truth, or was this like a sexual mishap with you and the old
Right.
man? And,
Hey,
Like-
I'll tell you this about
I
Irene.
wish.
You don't have to tell her twice.
ask Brad.
Sorry,
You
that
got to
was
ask
all
her
kinds
husband
of
to find
wrong,
that
but
out for sure.
Sorry, that was all kinds of wrong, but it was needed to be placed in there somewhere.
That was funny.
So, yeah,
Sometimes I get
I say I could think of 3 people that'd like to see me pee on camera,
Right.
and Tacos, and their whole name's Steve.
I was thinking like, and how many of them are in our chat room right now?
Well, I mean, I can narrow it down to that.
Mainly thinking.
It was dark, wasn't it, Irene? He missed the hole.
He was dreaming, and I wasn't dead yet, and he was trying to skull fuck me. So
Oh God!
Wow.
it didn't work.
She was going down on him, and he said, faster, faster, and all of a sudden she slipped.
Well, I mean, I guess it's better than the other theory. It's dark, and she goes, "No, wrong hole! Ow!" And it bounced her head off the headboard.
Oh lordy, Lord.
And he's like, "I
Oh,
wondered why it was tighter."
I try to slip it between the cornea and the eyelid.
Right.
Adam couldn't appreciate that. He knows all about those eyeballs.
Right.
Way too much. A disturbingly amount.
Unfortunately, yeah.
No, God. Yeah, this week has just been one of them weird weeks.
Oh, tell me about it.
like Thursday. All right, Thursday. This was a rare. Anybody who has known me for over 3 minutes, this is rare for me. Did I go to work on Thursday? Yes, I went to work on Thursday. Guess what I did after an hour and a half?
Left.
I came back home.
Yeah, that's not you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
That's not the TJ way.
splitting headache, nauseous, could barely walk. I felt like a bag of hammered shit. And I was falling asleep at the wheel of my car trying to get home. That's how bad it was.
Oh wow.
That sucks. Like,
Yeah.
you know you're sick when it's that point. Like,
And I literally pulled in, I parked the car, I got into my coach.
yeah.
I went back to my bedroom. I had a meeting that day that I had to do by Zoom at
Right.
12:45 for work. They're like, you need to get on camera. I said, I am homesick. The only thing you're going to see on the camera is the ceiling of my bedroom.
Yeah. Maybe a tent.
So deal with it. No tent. I was that sick.
I'm just kidding.
Like
Sorry,
that
sorry.
thought hadn't even. Normally, it's like I'm not feeling so hot. Maybe if I jerk it, I might feel a little better. No, not Thursday. Not Thursday. Thursday, I'm like, no. Thursday, the thought crossed. I'm like, well, I'm home early. I got a little time. I'm going. No, it crossed my mind briefly. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to sleep.
Right.
Now that's bad. When you are so sick that even masturbating is not interested.
The best part of waking up is getting to bust a nut.
Well, let's ask Brad.
Because it sure as shit ain't a cup of Folgers.
No, these days it's been the best part of waking up is taking my morning dump.
Fuck you.
What?
I can't get my leg in the right position when trying to take a shit with this fucking cast on it.
That's
And
definitely
any
a problem, Chris.
Any guy who's actually a guy knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
You're talking about like squatty potty? Like,
Yeah, do you need a squatty potty?
I got one leg in the right position and the other leg just kicked out there.
So that's like holes in the muffler. You should be happy with that. It's going to make it louder. I mean, come on. You took the baffles out of your catalytic converter by having your legs sticking out like that.
Oh,
The only downside is for whoever walks in there to try to, wash their face or something while you're in there taking a shit. Oh
No,
my God.
No, for some reason you just actually made me think about a car I used to have.
Oh, Tom says today is World Masturbation Day.
Sweet. Already
So
took
everybody
care
get
of that.
everybody
Have to
get
go,
your good
guys.
pocket pool going, huh?
I'll be back.
Are you gonna go celebrate the day?
Buzz.
That's my toothbrush. I got a new electric
Now it's
toothbrush.
not.
Why does it sound like she left her
I think she's celebrating.
Okay. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Quick.
Oh God.
Okay,
Next thing you know, there's
Little
going to be
sippy
notes
sip.
getting traded. But man, I don't get it. That's it. You got one leg up. You know what you need is you need a stool, so you can release your stool while you're sitting on the stool.
If only they had something for that.
Right.
It's not It's the fact that I can't move my ankle to have my leg in the proper position that allows me to let it all out.
I'm like trying to picture this in my head. I'm imagining him on the toilet, like trying to get there and like maneuvering his
Now
leg into
add to
Is
that
that why you had to
imagination.
jump off camera with the vibrator?
Add to that
Yeah.
imagination this little contraption in front of your toilet that allows you to squat while sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, the squatty
Oh.
potty.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you use one.
I do.
See, I made sure my toilet was lower to the floor so I didn't need it.
You're already squatting.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, it makes everything work so much better.
And I've got my I've got magazines that are right there in the magazine rack next to my toilet.
Mhm.
And I take a piece of advice. I always use plenty of toilet paper and ensure that I have a clean ass.
Nice.
Because you gotta have a clean ass.
Yeah.
Because I do not feel it's fair to people around me if I do not have a clean ass.
Yeah.
See, I don't have the pile of magazines stacked neatly next to the toilet. I just got a mount for my phone right in front of it.
Well, the way the coach is set up, right? So I've got my shower and my big vanity, right? Yes, and I do wash my hands. And that's like 2/3 of my bathroom. Then the other side, there's a door. And inside that door is also my toilet and another vanity, my toilet paper and my magazines. And I can close the door and I can sit in there and shit in peace.
Right.
And get this really compacted area that you can really gas yourself out of.
Well, that's why I've got a vent and a window. I can open up the roof vent and I can open up the window and just let it fly.
I'm curious though, since you're in this coach by yourself, do you leave the door open or do you shut the door even though you're home alone?
Yeah, I still close the door.
Yeah. I
Because
was
that's
just
like,
curious.
I'm not a fan. I don't like even the thought of somebody walking in there. There are
Right.
times where I will go into the bathroom and I'm carrying a fucking gun. Like,
Oh,
don't
just in
come
case.
in and bother
Yeah.
me in the bathroom. I have a gun.
Right.
I still think Chris should have let me use his bathroom at the gas station, but
He always said no.
yeah, he always said
I didn't
no.
say no. I said hell no.
I went in. I had to piss one night when Chris was still working at the gas station. I pulled in there. It was a Friday night. He was working overnight. I had to piss. So I go walking back to go take a piss. He goes, "Hey, dude, no, that ain't happening." What? Men's room's been blown up, man. You can't go use that bathroom. I'm like, motherfucker, man, I gotta piss.
Then go piss out on the edge of the parking lot like all the other greasy Mexican truckers.
And he goes, I don't give a fuss. And let me use your bathroom. He goes, no, you're going to use a bathroom that bad. Go to the women's. I walked in the fucking women's room and I pissed all over their toilet seat.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
Hey, I had a method for cleaning those bathrooms that got them so clean it was unbelievable.
He paid the Mexicans to do it.
No. I would go in the back and I would get a 5-gallon bucket. I'd dump about half a gallon of bleach in it, about 3.5 gallons of water in it, go over, kick open the door, and just throw the bucket in. And it all went down into that little drain in the floor. And then everything was sterilized, including the shit stains on the wall.
Never went and scrubbed them off, just threw the water on the wall.
Yeah.
It's been disinfected. I can tell you that.
I have to honestly say, though, like this weekend, now since I've been feeling better, this weekend I've been extremely productive. I got my place cleaned back up again. It's actually Like every fucking dish in here is done. I'm afraid to even use a fork to eat my dinner tonight because I did all my dishes.
No.
But the one thing I'm extremely proud of is I scrubbed the hell out of my toilet. And
Yeah.
it makes me very happy that I do not have certain people that I know as a roommate, one in particular, because I would have scrubbed the fuck out of that toilet. And that guy would have went in and blew it up.
Hmm.
Hey, my
Yeah, you
toilet
probably
stays
did.
clean.
And then probably came back out of there without wiping his ass.
TJ
And-
has a gun but shoots blanks.
Now, vasectomy works. Don't need any more kids. And Tom's like, LOL. He knows what I'm saying. I think the guilty party of that statement just logged out.
Log out.
Well, yeah, it might be a log out. Log out lonely.
We don't use blanks. I like to leave proof of my existence.
You've already done enough of that. Your pecker tracks are seen over half of the Midwest.
Oh my Lanta.
Yeah, probably.
All right, the
No,
only
but-
one who keeps trying to shoot more pecker tracks around the only one who tries to shoot more pecker tracks than you is Rage.
I retired about 14 years ago.
You're only saying that because the wife is sitting there.
No, she's back in her little room now.
Oh, she went back in her room?
Yep.
Dude, I got to say on a serious note, like, I'm sorry you guys are going through all that with your kids and everything. I mean, that's...
Yeah. She had a lot of issues. So, I mean,
The daughter did.
yeah.
But, I mean, that's not anything easy for anyone to go through, let alone a parent.
Yeah.
It's not. No parent should ever have to go through something like that.
No. So, I mean, obviously, my heart out to you and yours. And,
So, and like I said before, people, if you ever have bad thoughts, evil thoughts, even if you're just depressed a little bit, hit me up on Facebook, Chris Ness. Call me, dude. I'll fucking sit there and talk to you. Listen to what you got to say. Hopefully, help you out.
But I mean, the fact of the matter is like every one of us, we like to have fun. We like to joke around. We have laughs. We do what we can and we want to entertain, but something like suicide, it's one of the hardest things to make anybody go through. Obviously, if you decided to do it, your pain and suffering is going to be over pretty quick.
If you do it right.
If you do it correctly.
Sorry.
Yes, and I get the perverted anatone there, but
No, I'm sorry.
but no, I mean,
This is a serious matter.
yeah, suicide is. Two of my closer friends growing up committed suicide within 5 years of each other, and they were brothers.
Hmm.
And there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about either one of them. I've had multiple friends go by it, but I've never had a child or a relative that went that route. And I actually attempted a few years back. I mean, I don't deny that either. Quite a few years back, but it was still, I was there. So it's not a laughing matter. And I do think more awareness needs to be brought to the forefront of that type of a thought process and that type of there's something involved. It is a traumatic reaction, and I don't know what else can be done. As most of you guys know, for the most part, I cut myself off from society just to prevent me from getting there again.
Well,
Everybody,
shit, come on, page, load up.
Yeah.
we've got the suicide prevention hotline. We've got so many things that are out there to try to help. Obviously,
Yeah.
counseling, it's better to pick up the phone and let your friend call you a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I called Chris tomorrow and said, man, I've been thinking about it, he'd be like, do it.
No, I wouldn't.
Sorry.
He'd try to sound like ICP at me,
Oh, Lordy. Oh,
Okay.
ICP.
So while we're on the subject, and it's
Yeah.
Right.
never a good subject, but there is an event Friday, August 16th through August 18th. And this event is called Rock to Stop 22 because 22 veterans a day commit
Right.
suicide.
Yeah.
And, this supports veteran suicide awareness, just all around suicide awareness. It's at the Sweet Minnehaha Campground in Broadhead, Wisconsin. $10. And you get performances from Left of Reason, The Almas, Revolution X, Solar, Saint Tragedy, Reign of Z, Beautiful Skeletons, Morning Star, Convoy, Osiris, Leadfoot, Trash Pandas, and Chantel.
Right.
All good bands, all kick-ass bands. So if you're up in the Midwest, feel free to check it out because for $10 at the door, you ain't going to get a better show.
No.
And all your money is going towards a good cause with that.
You said that was Minnesota or Wisconsin?
That is Broadhead, Wisconsin.
Okay, sorry. Sometimes I get the two. I don't know why I get them mixed up. Like I will hear one when they say the other.
Well, one has a lot to do with cheese,
Yeah.
and the other one is Minnesota.
Yeah. Well, Minnesota has like
It's
they're known for their cheese curds too, though. So like,
And
think maybe it's
Minnesota?
yeah,
No.
But it's
yeah.
Wisconsin. That's
They have
Wisconsin.
No, they
2
have
days.
in Minnesota. I'll prove you
2 days of
What?
music,
You prove
food,
wrong.
and fun supporting the mission to end veteran suicide and bring awareness to mental health issues facing veterans. Cost is $10 per day. Veterans and active service are free.
And I think that's a good cause, especially with our veteran suicide rate. That's pretty ugly. And it needs to be something that's worked on. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that are moving. There's still a lot more we can do.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
that's definitely, and obviously, like Chris said, any one of us, pick up the phone. We will talk to you. We're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now on a lighter note, I would like to also start working on developing my own charity. And this charity is not as, it might involve charity to help out with this
She
charity,
dances on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
but I would like to start
Welcome to the stage, TJ.
This is the basic idea of what I have in mind. I want to start a charity that helps end veteran dry spells. Because none of our veterans should go for any amount of time without getting laid.
Oh.
Hey, ma'am. If you need to get laid, depending on depending on where you're at, there is
Right.
either a brothel or a corner that is always
A
affordable.
coroner? Dude, I am
Corner,
not going
not
to the
corner,
morgue
nerd.
to get a date.
You could
Well,
say
you don't
corner.
even have to do that anymore. Craigslist, motherfucker.
Ugh.
Corner, not coroner.
I thought you
Yeah.
said coroner.
Corner,
Ugh.
you know, like 26th in California.
Now, Tom, wouldn't that be stolen valor?
Yes, that would be stolen valor, Tom. You know, of course, we have to ensure that the veterans that are trying to get claim to this charity can actually prove their veteran status.
Yeah, and if I catch someone acting like a veteran that's not, I personally will kick your fucking ass for all my veteran friends.
All your veteran
Friends.
Oh, thank
I
God.
have a
I was
lot
gonna
of-
say,
I
I
have
know
a-
Slider's your friend too, and I know Slider's a veteran.
I have a lot of veteran friends. Unfortunately, I myself am not a veteran, but if you try to claim that shit that you don't earn,
You deserve to have your balls kicked up into your throat.
that's the same as treason in my book.
But yeah, like I said,
Right.
I think that we need to end veteran dry spells.
Hallelujah.
And I mean, heck, I don't know. Maybe I'll find 5.
Here's how we fix that. Vote for me for president.
Oh God.
When you go to vote for president, write my name in the write-in section of the ballot, and I will make sure in every single state, in all 50 of them, there is a whorehouse called Hello Sailor. Where veterans eat free.
Free to the veterans, huh?
Yup.
Well, you better make it more than one in Texas.
Well, it's going to be like Congress. They're going to have their own districts.
Oh. Wait,
Based
so that
on
means there's going to be like
population.
16 in Chicago, and then there'll be like 3 for the rest of Illinois.
Well, why does that matter to you, TJ? You're in Texas.
Well, what if I'm in Illinois visiting?
And I say it every
You
election
can visit
year,
all
feel
the
free to write
districts
my
on the
name
way
in.
up.
Vote for Chronic, America first. We're going to start deporting a lot of these fuckers getting free shit.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Start giving it to the veterans.
I'm even better with that. Hey,
Yeah.
you mean I could get a free $3,500 and everything's tax free and I can live for free? Awesome.
So check this out. And this actually happened within the last 4 years.
Right.
The immigration is so bad in America. In New York City, the government is giving independent hotel owners a stipend to be able to use their hotels for immigrant housing.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Kick
And
them
this
out,
is
send them
quoted by
back,
the AP, by the way.
kick them out, send them somewhere else, and let the homeless veterans have that hotel. Because all these immigrants are doing, and it was a big story a while back, because all they're doing is destroying these really nice hotels.
Yeah, I remember that. We were talking about it.
And there's nothing the hotel owners can do about it.
Well, when did we report on that? That was what, about a year ago?
I think it was, about a year ago.
Yeah.
Now, you get rid of them, whatever, send them to live where the veterans are currently living, and let the veterans move into the hotel. Because you know what? You're guaranteed you go into that room, and if he is a true veteran, he will still have that mentality, and that will be the cleanest hotel room you will ever walk into.
I still have
My
people
dad
walk
still
in-
makes his bed every day like that.
I still have people that come over to visit my place and they're like, this is fucking clean. Well, I don't like living in filth. Fuck you. No,
I mean-
you're a bachelor. This should not be this clean in this place. Yeah, it should.
You clean
Like-
it, and there's no one else to mess it up.
Like, you cannot even find a smudge on my TV.
You can't even find a milk dud on your bed.
Cannot find a
only-
milk dud on my bed. Cannot find a smudge on my TV. You can't even find a brown streak in my toilet.
I only have one friend that's house is cleaner than any veterans I know, but he has extreme OCD to where we used to go and we would shift his coffee table and just wait for the freak out.
No,
Yes.
you don't do that.
We would just take the coffee table and move it half an inch and wait for the freak out.
That is the kind of
Why
shit
do
that I would do, though.
Why do you think I live in an RV now? Everything in here is bolted the fuck down.
It
You
got to the point-
cannot move it.
It got to the point we would tilt his pictures on his wall and wait for the freak out. Nowadays, if you go into his house and try to tilt his picture, it is
There.
literally stuck to the wall because of me.
I have nowhere to hang anything up on my walls.
You hang it on your ceiling like a
You
teenager.
see, my walls are full of crap.
Oh wait,
I
he just
literally-
has stuff up on his ceiling.
Literally, this thing has got to be set up where when I do get it all paid off and I can leave, I've got to be able to pull the slides in, lift up the load levelers, unhook, and go, I'm out.
Oh trip. Woo!
And that road trip could be 2 months. Bye.
Yeah, I know. Fuck you. I would actually wish I had something like that. But you know what?
That'd be nice.
I like having stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Tell. We can
This-
tell.
it's like an overgrown van. So literally, since it is a very overgrown van, it would not be difficult for me to live in a van down by the river.
River. Yeah.
Are you gonna be neighbors with Bubba?
I actually have strictly one item that will prevent me from ever living in a vehicle in a house that moves.
Oh. Oh, you're cast?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. The slot machine.
No. The slut machine.
Does it like get uncalibrated if you like move it or something?
No, it's Pawn Stars offered me $3,500 for it,
Okay.
and I didn't want to sell it to them.
Yeah.
And the only reason I was never on the show is because the thing most people don't know, to be on that show, you actually have to sign a contract that says you will sell your item at a pre-arranged price no matter what happens on the show.
Right.
So all those people that you see on the show that don't make a deal, they actually made a deal behind the scenes.
Right.
Okay.
Good to know.
So if I put a quarter in there, what kind of a slut's going to come out of it?
Nothing. It takes nickels. She's a cheap whore.
So if I put a nickel in there, can I get a redhead slut?
Hey, put your nickel in, pull the arm, and see what happens.
Wait a minute. So I got to put my nickel in the slut machine and then pull the dong?
Yep, there you go. And
How
you
about
know what's
the
funny? You know what's funny? Because if people come to my house and they put their own nickel in the machine and it pays out, I actually will pay you out. And there was one time we had a family gathering at my house, and my niece's daughter was like 10, maybe 11 at the time, and she stuck her own nickel in the machine and hit the jackpot, which I keep $5 in nickels in there, and I went and handed her a $5 bill, reinserted my nickels and reset the machine. And another aunt is like, well, you shouldn't have paid her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, she stuck her own money in. She won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't going to cheat you just because you're 9 years old.
Yeah.
So what if that nickel is sticky?
I don't want to know why it's sticky, but you know.
I
I'm just
don't
thinking
know
like
because I do not touch the nickels myself, except for the ones that are in the front that get stayed in the front. The ones that drop down actually go into a bowl that gets pulled out when it's full, thrown into a bag, and taken to the bank.
No,
Let the
I'm
bank people deal with
thinking
the
like if
stations.
I'm thinking like if Steve went to visit Chris
Okay.
That ain't gonna happen.
and then he reached his hand into his pocket and put a nickel in the machine. One of Steve's sticky nickels. Are you going to put on rubber gloves to empty your nickels then at that point, or?
Like I said, I don't touch the nickels physically myself. They empty into a container, which
Oh.
gets pulled out, deposited into a Ziploc baggie, and taken to the bank.
Tom says it would break the machine.
Gum up all the gears.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it'd be like masturbating with nickels, you know?
No.
No, I don't need a demonstration.
That depends on by who. I don't need a demonstration by
Chris?
the male counterparts on the on the show.
So if Chris decided to demonstrate masturbating with nickels, you'd be all about it?
No, 'cause he's a male
Me?
counterpart on the show.
Well, if you ain't seen me masturbating with nickels, you ain't seen me. You ain't subscribed to my OnlyFans.
Nothing yet.
No, I have not.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I need money too. I've been out of work for 2 weeks. It sucks.
Rainey, are you willing to subscribe to Chris's OnlyFans?
For nickels, sure.
How about anybody in the chat room? Would you guys subscribe to Chris's OnlyFans to help him pay his bills? Oh, the responses ought to be great.
Mm.
Come on, help me out, people. I've gone 2 weeks without a paycheck. I'm starting to run out of money. I'm starting to run low on money I have access to.
All right.
Well, I mean, have you been smoking a lot of weed lately, or?
Not really. I've been trying to cut back since I don't know when my next paycheck's going to be, so I got to make sure it lasts a while.
Mm.
You know, with everything you've been through in the last couple of months, or in the last year, just in the last year, I don't know why you don't get disability.
I was on disability. I ended up making too much money.
On disability?
Yeah, you can do that. You once you get disability, you really have to choose the disabled life over a normal life. Otherwise, you automatically make too much.
Well, no, because I mean, I was able to have, for the most part, a pretty normal life. The jobs I had all either paid in cash, or I had a stipulation where I got a partial paycheck and then partial cash, which kept it right.
Right.
Then I moved to Kentucky and I told them, hey, I'm working now. This is what I'm making, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll reevaluate in 6 months. 6 months later, I said, hey, I'm working. This is what I'm making. Quit sending me a check. Okay, we'll reevaluate you in 6 months. Turned out I owed a bunch of money.
And now you got to pay it.
Oh, no, it's already paid. They really fucked me over.
Oh, did they?
And it also depends. Like, if I was a military and was able to get military disability, then I could make as much as I wanted.
Yeah.
I'm well aware. But that depends on your rating there, too, and then what they say in your rating. Like, I know people that they've got 100% rating through the VA, but they got to stop working. Then I know others that got 100% rating through the VA that they can make another $100,000 a year if they want to.
And I found out some information about Jim. He's a little bit more. He's a little bit more than a veteran. That dude is actually a fucking war hero.
Oh.
I saw a paper that listed his regiment for acts of valor, under enemy fire, and just all kinds of shit. And I was like, holy fuck, dude, Jim is more badass than I ever thought he was.
I figure, I mean, his nickname's Slider. I saw him on Top Gun. I mean, he was a badass pilot, dude. I mean, he graduated Top Gun with the rest of his class.
Now I want to see if I can't find this again real quick.
I mean, I feel bad for him, though. He had to fly with Hollywood, who always got a hard on.
We started talking about Slider, and then Irene had to go jump off camera for a bit.
I know, right? Might be some sliding going on again.
Yep, slipping and sliding.
Chris, I need a cigarette. You got 10 minutes worth of concerts that are coming up?
Well, give me 1 second because I have this right here. And this was from the Department of the Army headquarters out of Fort McPherson, Georgia.
Fort McPherson.
For his division, the 2nd Armored Cavalry, the Valorous Unit Award for Extraordinary Heroism in Action Against the Iraqi Army. And then it goes on to say pretty much what they did in the Battle of 73 Easting.
What year was this?
This was early 90s.
Let's say that sounds sounds like 91.
Yeah.
The paperwork is dated 18th of March 92.
The Gulf War or whatever.
Yeah. This is for during the period of the 23rd of February 91 to the 25th of February 91, the 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment with its attached Operation Control and Direct Support units, the Dragoon Battle Group, attacked into southern Iraq in the lead of the 7th Corps with such audacity that the Dragoon Battle Group quickly overwhelmed superior enemy forces, demoralizing them and taking hundreds of enemy prisoners. On 26 February, during the Battle of 73 Easting, the Dragoon Battle Group established contact with the Tawakalna Division, Iraqi Republican Guard Corps, and decisively defeated their advanced elements as well as destroying them. The Battle of 73 Easting was actually the largest tank battle in United States history, and it was actually the last tank battle in United States.
The last true one, anyway.
So, yeah, Jim's a pretty badass motherfucker.
Lives through some shit. All right, so what concerts are coming up? So I can go have a cigarette real quick.
Dude, go have a cigarette because we already talked about Rock the Stop 22 happening in August with the Almas and all of that. And Full Terror Assault happening in September. And that is going to be, September 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, which includes Deicide, America's Van Halen experience called Jump. And I'm actually kind of excited for that. You know, I'm a huge Van Halen fan. Also in September on the 14th, Jackal is going to be at the Rally in the Valley in Terre Haute, Indiana. And I actually have to go grab my dog. So
yeah,
keep it going, fuckers.
Yeah.
Hey.
My dad actually, they were talking about Iraq in the 90s. My dad was in the Air Force then, and he almost went. He was actually pulled to go, but someone else, like, at his base volunteered to go in his stead because they knew that he had 5 kids at home. And this guy didn't have any children, and I think he was single. So he was like, I'll go in his stead. I want to go. So he got out of going to that. But he did end up going to Saudi Arabia in the late 90s, I want to say.
Okay.
So I think, and it was to kind of monitor the residual from that Iraqi stuff, I think.
Yeah.
And then he went to Korea for a year, and I'm not sure why he went to Korea for a year.
I don't know, it seems like a lot of people go to Korea.
Yeah, he was.
I had a friend
like,
in high school who afterward
mhm,
went to Korea with the Marines.
Yeah.
My brother, my oldest brother, went in like the mid 90s to Seoul.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
think I know my dad went to Seoul. I don't know if that's where he was stationed, but I know he went to like the zone, the demilitarized zone between the North Korea and South Korea. And I think that's probably why they went, is just to kind of like, we just have like a base there to kind of like see what's going on with North Korea. You
okay.
know, like I guess South Korea must be an ally. I'm not really like, I feel ignorant when I'm talking about this. Like, I'm sure there's other people out there who are experts on this, like who know exactly what is what. But my dad
Yeah.
could probably tell you if he's not high on like morphine or Oxycontin, whatever pain medicine. He's got 100% disability in the military, so
Okay.
that's why, like, when he was saying all that stuff about like the disability and stuff, like my dad went through all that because he was actually in an accident that almost killed him when I was like 5 years old on his way to work. And because it was on his way to work, it was considered like on duty or whatever. So like
Yeah.
they paid all the disability and stuff for that. So
I actually had a friend who was in the Air Force, and because
Yeah.
of some of the vaccines they gave him, they
oh
didn't sit
right.
well in his body, and he ended up getting MS.
Oh right.
So yeah, he's now at 100% disability.
Right.
But he was doing really good until like the last 5 years. And then he hit his
Right.
cliff, and yeah, it was fast. So
Yep. That's a rough one, MS.
yeah,
It's painful. And like I know a few people who've had it, and it's just like you're just like, oh, okay. And then you read about what it actually is, and you're like, oh, geez, that's insane.
yeah.
All right, sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. Turn on to Chris.
Also, one of my favorites, the world's #1 metal duo, Crash Karma, going on the tour of the afterlife. They got 3 shows in the States, and then they're heading over to Europe to do it. But it's Crash Karma's fucking awesome. And Nikki's hot.
There's that.
No, I'll tell you what, because it's funny. The first time I ever met them, I was standing at the edge of the bar because I was bar backing at the moment, and they just finished their set. And all of a sudden, I feel someone smacking my ass, and they did it like 4 or 5 times. And then I turned around and I said, "Hey, you smack my ass again, I'm going to get you back." And it was Nikki, and she's like, "Go ahead." I'm like, "Sure." So I got your permission. She says, "Yep." I said, "Cool," and just got a big old handful.
Nikki Six?
No, Nikki from Crash Karma.
Oh, okay.
Although, I mean, Nikki Six's ass, I'd be glad to tell people I grabbed
I grabbed a handful of Nikki Six's ass.
and also, one more here because Prison City Brigade.
Oh, I love PCB.
August 2nd, they're going to be in St. Louis. August 3rd, they're going to be in Kansas City. August 4th, they're going to be in Oklahoma City.
Nice.
So, if you're in any of those areas in August, check out my brothers Eddie, Ratchet, and Possum. Fuck yeah.
All right, so check this out. Tom is a big movie, TV aficionado, right? He said, if anyone here is a fan of the Mad Max movies, a film that took just 3 years came out, or a film that took 3 years just came out on YouTube. It's a 42-minute film, and it's called Hope and Glory. Check it out. There's the link. So thanks, Tom. You know, can you give us an idea what it's about? I mean,
because they got that other Mad Max movie coming out in theaters.
Yeah, you know, it's not the same without Mel Gibson, though.
It's not.
It's not. Because look, he went from Mad Max.
Maybe like his greatest partner said, he's getting too old for that shit.
But there's a new one of those coming out too.
Right.
Because
That may be that could be the reason they didn't have Mel in the new Mad Max.
Maybe they're.
what? Because he's coming back as Martin Riggs.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're in studio production for one movie, like when we were doing the show, I asked a band if they could come perform when we were holding a show. Because they have a deal with Milwaukee Metal Fest, they couldn't perform for X amount of miles from Milwaukee within X amount of days before or after the event.
Oh no shit!
And movie studios will do that same kind of shit. You're working with this studio; it's in your contract that you can't work with this studio. You know why Tom Selleck wore that badass mustache so long?
Magnum PI.
Because it was in his contract that he could not shave it.
Oh,
they do have weird stipulations like that.
Yeah. You know what? Sam Elliott's mustache is better, but that's all him.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott also, every contract, his mustache is always in that contract.
Yeah, you can't have Sam Elliott without having Sam Elliott's mustache.
It's just not the same.
Tom says he hadn't got a chance to watch it yet, but from what he's been hearing, it's fantastic and it looks like a hardcore film.
Hardcore, you say?
That, Irene.
oh, my bad. Sorry.
Now, I've also seen a Lethal Weapon TV series.
Riley and I started watching that last summer, and I gotta be honest, it wasn't the same.
I've seen like trailers for it, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Don't get me wrong, there was some good stuff in it, but it's not Danny Glover and Mel Gibson.
Right.
And I'm sorry, but you can't go from movie to TV series. It don't work like that. You got to go from TV series to movie, like 21 Jump Street.
So you're going to tell me historically that does not work?
Name a movie that became a TV series.
MASH.
That was a movie? No,
MASH
they made the movie first. They made the movie during.
The movie was first.
The movie was the book was first. Then they made the movie. Then they did the TV series. Yeah, MASH was a movie first.
I was unaware of that.
Yep.
And turned out to be one of the greatest TV series of all time.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so Animal House became Delta House.
I thought Delta House was an American Pie thing.
No.
Or a National Lampoon. Well, it was
all
Animal
National House
Lampoon.
was National Lampoon. So
it was all National Lampoon. So
yeah. All right.
When you're under that kind of blanket, you can do that shit.
But when you're talking about people like Mel Gibson who might be getting too old for this shit, that actually brings up a good question. So let me ask a couple of people here. If Mel Gibson paid you $1 million to let you fuck him, would you do it, Adam?
No.
No. If Mel Gibson paid you $1 million to let you fuck him, would you do it, Irene?
Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah, okay.
Irene wouldn't need the $1 million. She'd just say, I fucked Mel Gibson.
He was an attractive man once upon a time. So, I mean, I'm sure it's a little bit less than exciting now, but for $1 million, yeah. I could say I fucked Mel Gibson. I mean,
Chris, if Mel Gibson paid you $1 million, would you fuck him?
There's some lines you just don't cross.
Let me ask my husband.
There is a number.
Hey, babe.
There is. When it comes to lines that do not be crossed, there is no number.
There's a number.
I mean, you just don't cross that line.
If Mel Gibson paid you $1 million, would you fuck him? 100%, he says.
Oh, he says 100%. He'd be on the receiving end,
100%.
huh?
Yeah, because he's the kind of guy that there's a price for everything.
Yeah,
That's
there's
why-
a
and
number.
Is it $1 million? Is it $1 million to pitch or catch?
No,
I
it's
don't
$1 million
know.
to catch.
I'm sure he would reevaluate that. It might probably be more than an actual million these days, but
Okay, what if
what if would you do some random homeless man for $1 million?
ooh.
give me the money
If
up
you're going to
front?
do
No.
Mel Gibson for $1 million, let's see how far you'll go.
Say, give me the money up front? No, I'm gonna beat the shit, take the money, and leave.
What are they
we do-
tested, or is it like a gamble for like your life? Like you might contract an STD, you might not. Like
Well, that's the gamble you play anytime you have sex with someone you don't know.
that's
Well, you've
true.
never
That
had
is so
sex with.
true.
Yeah, it's like penis roulette. You know, you never know who's going to be loaded with herpes.
Yeah.
So your husband says he'll fuck Mel Gibson for $1 million. Ask him.
Yeah.
Same situation. Frank Gallagher.
Frank Gallagher. Oh my
He doesn't
god.
know who Frank Gallagher is, though.
You know, we still
You
haven't
haven't
heard
watched the show. I
TJ's
have.
answer to
DeVito.
this.
See what?
We
No,
still
I'm
haven't
doing
heard
the
TJ's
question.
answer
I'm not.
to this.
I plead the fifth.
No. No.
TJ pleaded the fifth.
I would renegotiate for a different number.
So that's your final answer.
That's my final answer. I would renegotiate for a different number, a much higher number, like Elon Musk type number.
Okay,
Yeah.
so no.
And I promise that if I got that money, that everything I do with it would be evil. Like I would hire, dude. If I had the money that Elon Musk makes, that he has, I swear to God, I would hire somebody, and I would pay them $100,000 a year to live with Steve and wipe his ass for him.
Here's
I literally would.
Now when you say like, okay, here's what I don't understand about the world.
What?
Elon Musk has $1 billion fucking in bank accounts.
No, not just
Yet
Bill
all
Gates.
these hackers
Bill
want to go out there and
Gates.
steal
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton's emails. I'm sorry, if I was a hacker, I could give two shits about Hillary Clinton's emails. I'd be going.
Yeah,
for
I'd be
Elon's
after
money.
Elon's bank account.
Right.
But I mean, I'm serious. If I had Elon's money, I would pay somebody $100,000 a year to live with Steve and wipe his ass for him. I really would.
And that's the only thing they're required to do.
Yeah, that would be it.
Their
They're
one and only
required to wipe his
responsibility,
ass,
nothing else.
$100,000 a year to wipe his ass for him. No laundry. They got to live there.
Oh, they have to live
But-
there. See,
yep.
there.
Yeah. See, no laundry, no sexual favors. Maybe watch him play his video game once in a while. But when he needs his ass wiped, that's their job. They live there to wipe his ass.
They're
Why?
Johnny on the spot.
Comes yelling
She's
from the bathroom. Wipe.
She's not going to wipe your ass for you.
You're gonna give a bell. He rings the bell every time he needs his
Yeah,
ass
right? He'll be
wiped.
like,
I'm not
Service?
yelling at you. Sorry. I think she thinks I was actually yelling wife.
Oh,
well, it sounded like you said wife.
I
yeah.
was saying wipe.
But I would do that, and something tells me that gender would not matter. That Steve would be happy to have someone there to wipe his ass for him whenever he needs to shit.
I
So
think
I
there's
would
a
be-
preference. I think he would prefer a female to do it because
See,
when she's not doing it, she's pretty to look at.
You know,
Well-
that's the problem though, is I don't know if I could bring myself to put a woman in that degrading of a position. So it would, you know, what I would do is I would hire somebody, but it would be a homeless man that used to have a home at the Bel Air Motel in Springfield, and that would be who I would hire to live with Steve to wipe his ass. That, yeah, perfect.
Except for I wouldn't use a bell to call them. It would have to be an Aztec death whistle.
Air horn.
No. Look up Aztec death whistle.
I think I've seen one.
When you blow this whistle, it sounds like someone screaming their last scream ever.
So let's see. What else would I use some of that money for? You know, because there's all sorts of good stuff I could use it for. I would have to open up whorehouses around the nation that would offer free sex to veterans. But everybody else would have to pay double. And it would all be former Playboy bunnies.
Well, there you go.
Are there that many Playboy bunnies to be in these locations?
Well, I
would
mean,
keep
I'm
animals
I'm
away from
sure.
Steve. Yes.
Yeah, I would have to hire somebody to keep animals away from Steve based on some of his recent disclosures.
I'm
and
surprised you still
CPR
have
dump.
an animal.
No, Chris, don't make me repeat it. Please don't make me repeat it.
No, I just had a thought. If I woke up tomorrow and looked at my bank account and somehow Elon Musk's bank account got transferred into mine, the first thing I would do is I'd hunt down Ivana Trump and smack her in the face with my dick and then go post bond.
But I figured you'd buy a weed farm.
Well, that's after I post bond for smacking the former first lady.
Right.
I wouldn't
Hey,
wanna
you know what
smack-
I was thinking?
Huh?
He said Frank Gallagher, right? From Shameless, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were also asking about a movie that became a TV show. It's Fargo.
That's a good point. Fargo was a movie first, and
It
then
was
it
a
became
movie-
a TV show.
Yeah. And
Okay, you got
because
me.
the actor was in it. Sorry, that was my connection.
So you
what's his
can't
name?
you
You
can't
Well,
can
always
go
Mason-
from movie to TV show if you got the right actors.
Right.
Well, I mean, let's see.
I haven't seen the show though, but I've heard really good things about it.
I know a guy that lives in Jacksonville that if he grew his hair out long enough,
Florida?
he could Illinois. But I mean, he could
Oh.
if he grew his hair out long enough and then dyed it blonde, he could
Mhm.
play a TV version of Joe Dirt.
I'm already Joe Dirt, so
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Almost.
well, it's funny too because, like, and I've told people that I'm Joe Dirt. I've embraced being Joe Dirt just because of my brothers. And we're all at a hotel up in Iowa one night, and I'm sitting in the hot tub, and this person looks over, and they're like, "Dude, you look familiar. I think I've seen you from somewhere. I know you from somewhere." And I said, "Well, they did make a movie about me." He's like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, dude, I'm the real life Joe Dirt." He's like, "No fucking way, dude." And I yelled to my brother all the way across on the other side of the pool who can't hear our conversation, "Hey, Jared, what's my name?" And my brother just yells out, "Shut the fuck up, Joe Dirt."
Well, there you go. Let's see. What would I do with that money?
If I
mean,
had
would
much
have-
money, I'd do whatever the hell I want.
I would have to do things that are good for society. Absolutely have to do things that are good for society. I would have to find the reality person that is the real Shorzy and get him on the Blackhawks.
I mean, I guess it's not going to make the Blackhawks worse.
Same guy that plays Wayne.
No. I mean, who he based the character off of. Find the real life version of Shorzy, who that guy is, and get him on the Blackhawks because I want the dirtiest player in the game playing for the Blackhawks.
The dirtiest player in the game already done had his career.
Oh,
Hold on. Trying to think of what his name was.
there's got to be one worse. There's got to be one worse.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
All right, so let me ask you this one. All right, speaking of sports, let's go with this. And I'm just curious what the responses are going to be. All right, we all know recently OJ passed away.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's say it was Michael Jordan that was accused of murdering his wife. Is MJ guilty or innocent, Irene?
Just based off of like his career in like how are we basing this off of?
Just based off of who he is.
Innocent.
Innocent? Adam?
Yeah, just from how I see him act and stuff, I'm gonna say innocent.
Yeah.
Chris?
I'm sorry, I was elsewhere, and now I got to say, you know what? You people, you have the whole power of the fucking internet at your fingertips, yet 99.9% of you don't know how to use it. Shorzy, named after character based off of one of the meanest hockey players ever by the name of Eddie Shore.
Okay.
There we go.
Of course, it's a hockey player.
That's what I'm saying. All right, so Chris, again,
I love hockey.
if Jordan was accused today of killing his wife like OJ was, is Jordan guilty or innocent?
Oh, fuck no. He can do no wrong, man. He hung out with Bugs Bunny.
There you go. Team Lola. Everyone loves Lola Bunny.
All right.
Cartoon
If
Crush.
OJ could get away with it, well, and I got to say, you know, you don't think much about it, but OJ's football career can compete with Jordan's basketball career.
You're
Granted,
right,
he didn't
sure.
have all the
Yeah.
rings and all the championships, but 3-time MVP, player of the year, rookie of the year. A lot of your football high school coaches use OJ's tactics to teach people how to play football.
Yes, they do. OJ was a Hall of Famer until that.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
on his way to it. All right. So this is where my thought process goes.
Okay.
If OJ can walk, then Jordan can fly because Jordan brought 6, count them 6 championship rings to Chicago. It doesn't matter if Jordan is over in the corner raping his mother while snacking on roasted babies. 6 championships to Chicago. He's innocent.
And that was the 90s. That's
Right.
not even and what he did in the 80s, the
Oh my
decade
God.
before that, in 88, he switched positions to be point guard just so he could win and beat I believe it was Utah.
Yeah. And Tom's right. I mean, OJ was on his way to, he was a Heisman winner. He was on his way to a lot, and then all that. Tom also brought up some more movies turned TV shows.
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller, Westworld, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Bates Motel, Uncle Buck twice. The Naked Gun films were based on the TV show Police Squad.
I did
Yeah.
not know that Uncle Bucks was made into a TV series, and I did not know that Ferris Bueller was made into a TV series.
Yep.
I like the Bates Motel one. I actually did watch that one. That one's good.
You know, I
Yeah,
remember the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, and I'm like, this is the
I watched the
cheesiest
show.
fucking thing I've ever watched. When they switched it to Sarah Michelle Gellar and made it
Yeah.
a fuckload darker, I got into the show.
Yeah. That's what I watched with Sarah Michelle Gellar and like the WB or whatever it was called back when.
Yeah.
Now
And
it's like the
that,
CW or whatever.
God, and that brings me back to my perverted, and that brings me back to all my perverted fantasies involving Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh Lord, she's still married to that Freddie Prinze Jr. guy.
I don't
Did you know
care.
that? They're
She's still
married.
hot.
I know she is. She looks. I think she looks better now than she did back then.
Yeah.
Like I've seen side by side pictures. I was like, she's actually gotten prettier. He's gotten a lot worse, and she's gotten prettier.
But I mean, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy. Okay, he is still a little goody two shoes ish.
Yeah.
Not quite. Sarah Michelle Gellar in
Is it Serendipity?
oh god damn it, what's that movie? Her brother ended up dying in the movie, and she was a cokehead.
Cruel Intentions?
Yes, Cruel Intentions. Sarah
yeah.
Michelle Gellar, Cruel Intentions. Hell yeah.
She was the bad guy in that movie, wasn't she?
I don't care. I still would have stuck it in her mouth.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
She was,
What is that?
God,
Dog,
Yeah.
she was
hot dog.
sexy as hell in Cruel Intentions.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you go back again, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, they had their spinoff series, Angel. Now,
Yeah.
when you talk about, yes, Cruel Intentions was also made into a TV show twice. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I didn't even think I watched the Cruel Intention show, the recent, or it's Cruel Summer, or is it Cruel
I think it was like
Intentions? I don't
Cruel
know.
Beginnings, wasn't it? Was one of them?
You were sitting right in front of the camera.
Why didn't you talk?
I didn't realize you were doing that.
But no, like I said, I mean,
We're gonna
Oh,
get
Lord.
blocked for nudity.
yeah, we could be blocked for nudity.
You didn't see nothing.
Irene, I see the
It's all
wheels in
right.
your head turning.
No, I was trying to think
Oh.
about the Cruel Intentions to see if it was the same show that I.
But what was it? David, oh, I can't remember his last name. David Berens, who played Angel on Buffy the Vampire
Yeah.
Slayer. All right, wasn't bad there. But when they actually branched him off and did Angel, and they gave him his own series and let him expand, better. My favorite role with him, though, is Bones.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I like
I'll
that one. That was a good show.
That was and that really showed what his acting ability was all about. That guy had more layers than an onion.
Wife said something about that's not the one that played Dexter, is it?
No,
No.
but I love Dexter. That's probably one of my favorite TV shows of all time.
I want to see it. I've never watched it.
She came in to show me dog videos of tactical military dogs. I wish my dogs were that smart.
See, Tom's in the chat room. He says, yeah, Bones, great show and really great set of books.
I tried to read Dexter. I couldn't get into the book.
Mm.
Oh, good old darkly dreaming Dexter. I love
I've never
Dexter.
seen it. I want to watch it though.
Oh, the TV show
I never
was
watched it either.
phenomenal. The
I've
show,
heard that. My mom loves Dexter.
oh my God. It was one that, I heard so much about it, and I was like, I don't know if this is one I'm going to get into. So I watched the first season, and within 3 episodes, I was just drug in, and I'm glued to it. And I binge watched the entire series in like 2 months.
Here's what I find messed up about stuff with like that.
What's that?
With all the criminal pathologists and all of that stuff, and all the people out there that are just fucked in the head, someone like Dexter has to exist.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Dateline.
You hear about them. Sometimes they get caught.
And that he is.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't. No, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just remember the first 3 seasons of Dexter.
Mm.
Tonight's the night.
I
Or no, first 4 seasons of Dexter. Tonight's the night.
yeah, that was first line of the book. Yellow roof.
The fourth season was the best one, though. He's like, tonight's the night. Tonight, I get sleep because he had the newborn.
Oh lordy.
We'll have to watch it. Me and Chris will have to watch it.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's so much funny shit in that show that just it threw me off. Just how much funny shit was actually in that. Oh, the original Wild Wild West. There was a TV show that became a movie, and I think they bastardized the movie, or bastardized it with the movie.
And on that same subject, because Dexter reminded me of it. Hannibal, like was the TVs, and then there's that show. I absolutely loved the show. The show was really good.
Oh, Hannibal, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Now one of my
But the book was still better than the movie.
Now,
There was a
don't get me
series.
wrong. Everybody, one of my favorite actors of all time, because of how versatile the guy is and what he can do, is David Duchovny.
You know
And
who
yes.
I think the most versatile actor I've ever known is Val Kilmer. That guy could do anything.
Yeah, Val Kilmer can play in Val Kilmer
Went from Doc Holliday to Batman to Jim Morrison in a matter of 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then started off as Iceman and finished as Iceman.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Val Kilmer is another one of my favorite actors, but I'm saying the one that's like really not, he's really unsung is David Duchovny. And like, I remember the movie Playing God. He was a doctor that lost his license for drug addiction and then ended up working for the mob as a mob doctor. Everybody remembers the X-Files and how great the X-Files was.
Mulder, that's who that is.
Yes, Mulder. Everybody, or not everybody remembers another one he did. It was called Aquarius. And that show was only a 2-year-long show, and it was based during the time frame of Uncle Chuck. I mean, Charles Manson. Chris is laughing because I've said that for years. But
Did he? Go ahead.
That he looks like Charles Manson?
But the show that really showed how versatile this guy is a show that was on Showtime at the same time as Dexter, and it was called Californication.
Yes. I knew you were going to say that.
No, I'm sorry. Hank Moody, fuck you. That's the original badass. And he was always horny. If anybody is ever going to play me, you get David Duchovny to play me in my autobiography. Give me the guy that is not afraid to work with his dong hanging out. There's David Duchovny. That's me.
This is how I always dress. Well, you're not wearing anything. Exactly.
Yeah, right? Wait, so Irene, are you saying you'd want David Duchovny to play you because his dong would be out?
No, I was going through like.
Oh yeah.
I always go through scenarios in my head, like.
But I mean, like Rob Lowe and Bill Paxton. Rob Lowe playing Jesse James, and Bill Paxton playing Frank James. Everybody remembers Bill Paxton playing Morgan Earp in Tombstone, which was great.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Bill Paxton as Frank James a couple of years earlier. Wow. Watch Frank and Jesse.
Well, I wasn't a fan of Bill Paxton's Wyatt Earp. I was more of a fan of him in Twister.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's the extreme.
Which now they're trying to remake that, which don't need to be done because you got no Bill Paxton, no Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I think it's a sequel. I don't think it's a remake. I think it's a sequel.
Bill Paxton's not dead.
Yeah, he is.
Bill
Paxton died.
A couple years ago.
Bill Paxton's dead, yeah.
I did not
Yeah,
know
a couple
that.
years ago.
That's so sad. And that's why they almost didn't want to redo it, was because of
Philip Seymour
that he died. Yeah.
I really think Chris is right. No Philip Seymour Hoffman, no Bill Paxton.
Who's going to drive the barn burner?
Yeah. Where's Dusty?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't do Twister without Dusty. Red meat, we crave sustenance.
The suck zone.
Food.
Food.
Yes. Food.
Yeah.
You know,
I rewatched
I
that
don't care
movie
what
earlier
anyone
this
says.
year.
Come to think of it, I like Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he play in?
Son of a woman.
Yes, he did.
I don't remember.
Yep, he
No,
was.
was he in
With
the one
Robin.
with Marky Mark with the porn? What was that name?
The
Mark
fighter?
Wahlberg, huh?
The fighter? No.
With porn. He was a porn star.
Oh,
Did you say he was in a porn with Marky
no,
Mark?
the movie about Saturday Night
No,
Fever.
it's not.
No, the movie about the porn star.
Mark Wahlberg was a porn star.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
don't
doesn't-
know.
That doesn't sound like a movie I would watch.
Tom's saying Boogie Nights.
Boogie
Boogie Nights.
Yeah. Was
I know it had
Philip
night
Hoffman
in
was in
there.
that one, right?
Like,
I
thank
think
God
so.
you didn't say that Philip Seymour Hoffman and Mark Wahlberg were in a
Boogie
porn
Nights.
together. It's like, eesh.
Yeah, no. That's
Yeah.
Isn't Mark Wahlberg
Burt
like super like
Reynolds.
Christian now?
Huh?
I said, isn't Mark Wahlberg like super Christian now?
He
Kinda.
wasn't doing porn. It was just a role.
Holy shit, that had a hell of a cast. William H. Macy, Philip Seymour Hoffman, John C. Reilly, Don Cheadle.
Did you ever see that movie?
A long time ago.
Telegram.
Speaking of Frank Gallagher,
Yeah, right.
he keeps popping back
Yeah,
up.
Tom's saying Philip Seymour Hoffman, Mark Wahlberg, and Burt Reynolds.
Burt
and
Reynolds
Boogie
is the
Nights.
one.
That
I
was
mean,
a
okay.
great movie.
So
Hello.
let's face it, there are also actors that you've seen too much of them. Like, okay, Sons of Anarchy, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I've definitely seen Charlie Hunnam's ass way too fucking many times. The first 3 seasons, it was every other episode. You see Jax's ass. I've seen it enough.
I don't think you can ever really see it enough.
That's your opinion.
That is my opinion.
Irene,
That's like-
what's your
I saw
opinion?
Halle Berry's boobs too many times.
I wanted to see Tara's ass.
I never saw the show, but I've seen his ass. So
I've seen every episode, and it's the only TV show that actually made me cry.
really,
Yep.
When it ended, yeah.
No, not when it ended.
Oh,
You know the scene. Made
Opie.
every man cry.
Opie. Yep. When they killed Opie,
Is he
That
the one
was
that died in jail?
yeah.
Yeah. They
When
beat
they
him
killed
to death.
off
I
Opie,
cried.
When they killed off Opie, and then that it made you cry, and then you were ready to kill anything that walked for the next week because
Pretty
they
much.
killed Opie. And Tom's right. Kurt Sutter has said that he is interested in maybe revisiting the show, and Charlie Hunnam is on board.
You know what's really funny is I actually have a Sons of Anarchy hoodie, and I've had it for years. It's old,
Right.
it's faded, but you can still tell what it is. And I think I've had it for probably 10 years.
Right.
2 weeks ago, for the first time ever, somebody said something about it. Oh, you might want to be careful around the clubs with that. Fuck that, dude. If they're any kind of club, they will know it's a fucking TV show and I like the show and will leave me the fuck alone about it.
It's the hoodie. It's not like you went and sewed it onto a cut.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Well, they also do sell the cuts for the show, but anyone that's in a real biker gang will probably just laugh and leave them alone.
It's not a gang. It's a club.
You know what I meant. MC,
Thank you.
RC, however you want to call it, motorcycle club, riders club. They
But
will
what I'm
know
saying
that
is,
it's
and no, actually, I've been in a rally where somebody got off a bike and they're wearing a Sons of Anarchy cut with the state they live in on that cut, and they got their asses drug around back and got the shit knocked out of them. That cut ripped off, and it was tossed in the closest fire. Because
Why?
clubs take that as disrespectful.
Now, if you're going around being disrespectful towards a club while wearing it, then yeah, get your ass whooped. But if you go to an event or a rally, if I showed up to Sturgis wearing one, I would expect to be left alone.
Then you would be expecting differently and wrong.
Huh.
Yeah, because it's not a club and it's not a sanctioned club. And if you're wearing that, that's a sign to them of disrespect and then trying to take their territory.
Hello.
But at the same time, it's a TV show and it's just an advertisement or a T-shirt. To me, it's the same as wearing a Harley Davidson T-shirt.
Like I said, your hoodie or your
Something you
T-shirt,
like.
your hoodie, your T-shirt, stuff like that. That's like, okay, whatever. You like the show. You show up and you're wearing the leather cut.
Now, I don't have it anymore, but I've gone to rallies and stuff wearing my Black Label Society cut.
That's okay. That's a band.
But still, it's the same thing. It's a biker vest. It has the patches. It has the rockers. It has everything.
Does it say?
But in the
Does
club
it claim
world,
does it claim a state and say MC on it?
it did not say MC, but I had Black Label Society worldwide, top and
Okay.
bottom.
All right. So you're advertising for the band. I'm telling you, I kind of live around that world, right? And if you're walking in and you're flying a bottom rocker that says Illinois Black Label Society MC, they're ripping that off and you're getting the shit knocked out of you.
Even before you get to a spot, if you're wearing a Black Label Society cut that says MC, you're probably going to hear from Zach before that.
Yeah. But you get what I'm saying. So
I know, Tom. I'll tell you something most people don't know. Not even TJ knows this. I don't talk about it. I've had rockers and I've returned rockers. And that's all I say about it.
And as well as I do, somebody walks in and they're wearing a Sons of Anarchy cut where the bottom rocker is wherever they're at, and then it's got the MC there. What's happening?
Well, because an official, the ones you buy off the internet, don't say MC, and they don't have a location on them. So if they put that on there, and if you go to a rally where there's multiple clubs around, you probably might get fucked with. But a lot of the times, the people I know, they'll laugh at you.
It is kind of fun to laugh at them.
But now if you try to wear it into someone's clubhouse,
you're done.
That's a totally different ball game.
You're done.
Yeah, I can't imagine
my
that
hoodie, my Sons of Anarchy hoodie, and it's not a cut, it's a hoodie.
Yeah.
But it does say on the back, it has a location rocker, but it don't say MC nowhere on it.
Well, I won't wear anything like that. I'm wearing Twisted Spoke Saloon, my hooded sweater from there, but that's advertising a bar that everybody goes to.
Right. And I don't wear the hoodie much anymore. It's been lit on fire. It's my welding hoodie.
It smelled like weed.
No, it smells like burnt metal and fire.
Yeah, that's his entire wardrobe, TJ.
Oh, that's a good point.
His life smells like weed.
Actually, I'm probably the only person in the world, once you put my welding hood on, that's the first thing you smell is weed.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
But no, you know what
You
I'm
get
saying.
high just by wearing it.
I have
The clubs-
welding hood in the world.
The clubs are actually very strict about what is out there, how, and why. And I can understand why. That's who they are.
Right.
That's a fucking welding hood.
Yeah. Auto tent glass.
Nope. Full dark 14 shade.
Well, guys, we've been going for a little while, so
That was my Eclipse viewer.
need to go ahead and get
Oh,
ready
yeah.
to wrap it up because tonight is dysentery for the pores.
And strange frequencies.
Yeah. Strange leakages. I mean, weird frequencies. No, weird frequencies with hardcore Rob Hansen hosting, Adam being Bill Nye the Science Guy, Bigfoot believing Boobus, and somebody else.
With his T-Rex arms.
Yeah, angry because he can't wipe his own butt.
Can't masturbate. Can't wipe his
I
own
feel like a
butt.
T-Rex is always going to be angry. It's just got to be like a
Yeah, right.
angry lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like
Can't pick his nose.
can't do
Tom says
anything, and everybody's
leakages
like,
for the pores.
"Hey, can you grab that for me?" No.
His balls itch.
Right?
That's why he's so mad. His balls itch.
Yeah.
I can't reach them.
Right.
So Adam, who is loving Dong Now.
Someone's got to, right? You're gonna make me, I guess.
I mean, there it is. I guess your name changed again.
Oh,
Yeah.
we
What are
were
your
liking
final
the
thoughts
sparkle
tonight?
farts.
I think
Yeah,
I'd rather
put it
be
back to
sparkle farts. Jesus. Yeah, I'd rather be sparkle farts.
Put some glitter in your butthole.
Yeah, sure. Oh, fancy.
Eat a bunch of cabbage and then sprinkle glitter in your butthole.
All right, so final thoughts tonight, Adam.
Not just if you have good weather, enjoy it before it gets too hot, and since it's not too cold anymore, be nice to people. Jesus, it's cheap.
Is it?
Yes, it can be. Either be nice or just move along. You don't have to do anything to them badly or anything like that. Either get involved or don't, but be nice. You don't know what shit other people are dealing with.
Mama said, treat others how you want to be treated. You want to be treated nice, treat them nice.
Yeah, that never worked for me.
Well, it's because you're an asshole.
Yeah, Chris isn't wrong. Yeah.
At least I admit when I am wrong.
Yeah.
Irene, what are your final thoughts tonight?
Let's get those whorehouses for the veterans. I don't know. Let's make that happen. How do we make that
I like
happen?
the sound of that. Yeah, let's make the whorehouses for the veterans happen.
But maybe a little bit cleaner. Like we want them to have a nice experience.
Well, yeah, I don't want to leave with herpes.
Yeah. You know. Yeah.
No clap.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a name for a Chinese restaurant. No clap. Chronic Chris.
A seafood restaurant called We Got Crabs.
I think we've seen a few of those.
That was up in New England.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you decide to go do your weekly shopping, fuck that big chain store. Shop at mom and pop, local independent businesses, local independent music. Get your ass out and enjoy a show this weekend. A lot of bands out there that are hungry, so buy their merch so they can eat. Also, it is that time of year, ladies and gentlemen. Be safe. Watch for motorcycles.
Very nice. As always, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Sunday nights is when we're here. Generally, coming up in June, to give you a heads up, I am going to be away from the microphone for a couple of weeks. I have to make my annual trip to Illinois and pick up my son. My annual trip, we actually worked everything out, and I will be picking Riley up to bring him down here for a good piece of the summer, and looking forward to having him here. Oh, Tom says no dysentery for the pores tonight. So thank you for that update. Appreciate it. Otherwise, everybody, please make sure in your life that you follow the 3 major rules for getting old. 1, never pass a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, never trust a fart. 3rd, and most important, never waste a hard-on. And the final rule, always use enough toilet paper to make sure you have a clean ass. I'm TJ.
Yeah, that one square ain't going to work.
I'm TJ. That's Chronic Chris. That's Irene. And that's Loving Dong Now, Adam. We will see you next week on Mayhem's Amigos. Good night.